Below models it says GPT-4o, O3, O4, and every single model has its own unique strengths. Even Google has created its own AI app, and most people think that Gemini is the AI, but in reality, the LLM model is called 2.5 Flash. How many of you did not know about this? Tell me in the chat. Type new in the chat if you think this is new information. So many of you have just realized this. Now, the important disclaimer before we move forward is that we should not fear artificial intelligence. We should actually fear natural stupidity. So, before we get super excited about what you agree with this, a lot of your team members are using outdated tools, and when you use outdated tools, you have delays and expenses. And number three is that a lot of your content and document creation and auditing process or presentation process, all of it is manual. And you wish you had a smarter assistant working 24/7. So level one is about using AI in a much more effective way, because even if you buy the latest AI tools and if you do not know how to prompt them, you will always face a bottleneck. So let's take a real business example. Assume that I'm building a business in the FMCG industry. Type FMCG in the chat if you belong to the FMCG industry. Type FMCG in the chat if a lot of you are from the FMCG. Now, examples of brands in the FMCG include HUL, ITC, Amul, and so many more. Now, what if I am about to launch a new product, but I have very limited budget to execute my marketing? Can I use an AI tool to help me solve this problem? So let's unlock a level 1 skill, the art of writing a stronger prompt. So let's take a real Indian product as an example for this demo. Let's say this is my product. This is a picture that I have clicked from a very normal phone. It's not a professional picture. What if I go to ChatGPT and upload this picture and say that this is my product? Can you suggest 5 marketing headlines and subtext for a Google ad campaign? So let's run this right now. I'll go to ChatGPT, I'll select my new chat, I'll paste this prompt, and I'll take this picture right here. And here if I go on Plus, I can actually add my photos and PDF files. Right now, I have just pasted it. So this prompt is pretty simple. Let me click on submit. In just a few seconds, ChatGPT was able to see the file I uploaded and give me some headlines and subtext for Instagram, for WhatsApp, and it looks pretty decent, not bad. It would have taken me a lot of time to make this. But now, let me share you a framework for writing a great prompt. And please note, I hope you have your pen and paper in front of you, because these principles are not just limited to ChatGPT. How many of you want to learn a framework that will help you get 10 times better results from any AI tool? Type framework in the chat if you want this framework. The name of this prompting framework is called RACE framework. And there are 4 parts to this checklist. Part number 1 is defining the role of the expert that you need to take advice from. So if you're taking marketing advice, you have to specify that I want advice from a marketing professional who is working in the FMCG space in India. So you have to explicitly call out the role that ChatGPT should adopt. This could be a researcher, a financial analyst, a data analyst, a writer, an author, a teacher, a scientist. Part 2 is about describing the action. You need to outline the tasks or actions that ChatGPT needs to take. So if you're trying to make a list of things, you put bullet points into what you need to actually achieve. Then step number 3 is defining the context. ChatGPT would not know who you are and where you work. So you have to define your context. Why are you trying to achieve this task? Why have you created the list of actions? What is your target audience like? And in the end, describe the expectation. So you have to say that this is the category of ads that I like. These are the kind of brands that I really look forward to. So let's do a quick revision one more time. So the step number one is that you define the role of the person that you need to take the advice from. Then step number two is that you describe the action. You have to explain ChatGPT or any other AI tool as to what you want to achieve. But just describing the role and giving a list of actions will not give you best results. So step number three is that you define the context of who you are and why are you trying to achieve this. And in the end, you describe the expectation. Now here is a quick homework for you. And you have to do this right now. Now that you understand the RACE framework, if you had to get marketing advice, how would you rewrite that old prompt? Type in the chat right now because I want you to learn with me. Use the RACE framework right now and type an improved prompt in the chat. Let's see how many of you are able to solve it. Ravindran has already submitted. Rajesh is saying, I want to make it for, I think, for your own brand. Amazing. So let me show you how that improved prompt would look like. This time, instead of saying that this is my product and give me XYZ, I will say you are a professional digital marketing copywriter specializing in skincare brands. So this is part one of the RACE framework when I'm defining the role. Then analyze the uploaded image. The image and product details are intended for use across Google ad campaigns, Instagram carousels, WhatsApp promotions, and we are specifically targeting skincare conscious audiences. Suggest 5 marketing headlines and supporting subtext for each platform, and then I've specified each and every platform. Make the copy relevant, modern, engaging, and aligned with skincare trends and user search intent. Now you can do this for any product. You can replace skincare with your niche as well. So Vijay has already submitted a prompt. How many of you would want this prompt? How many of you would want this prompt to be shared with you so that you can just try it out on your own? Alright, I've shared the full prompt in the public chat itself. I have shared the full prompt in the chat itself. And now let me run this prompt in front of you. So you remember this result that we had gotten? This time, I will simply go and let's copy this image again. I will go to my new chat, copy this entire thing, and now run this new prompt after applying the RACE framework. Now, let's see the difference in the quality of the output that we have received. You can obviously see that it has been able to figure out the important keywords to get someone's attention on a Google ad. It has also considered a swipe format for the Instagram. And you won't believe, as we go ahead in the session, you will realize that there is so much that you can do with such a simple framework. Now, this was a very basic example of level 2 prompting. In fact, there are many more frameworks. So level 2 actually includes the learning of the task framework, the code framework, the plan framework, the gain framework. Every single framework is individually used for specific use cases. And I know that you might not be able to copy the prompt, so you can just take a screenshot of the chat message and then You can always upload that image into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to convert the image into text. So that is also possible, and it is possible in the free plan as well. So don't worry about that. So as you saw, after using the RACE framework, the quality of our results, the practicality of our results goes really, really high. But let me tell you something which is beyond just copywriting. Because what about sales teams? Can I make a legit proposal for a really big client? Not just copywriting, but an actual document. What if there was a way to automate all proposals and document creation for my team? And if I had a proper intelligent AI bot to do all of these things for me, how many of you would want a smart AI bot to help you outsource a lot of this document creation? An intelligent bot that remembers your use case and it knows exactly what you need to create. So you don't have to waste your time just creating things again and again. So let me show you something really interesting. So this menu right here helps me create my own intelligent AI bot. So if I want to create regular proposals, let me know in the chat if there is any proposal oriented or a document oriented work. Tell me the use case and the industry, and I will show you how we will create an automated intelligent AI bot right now without any coding. So I'm getting proposal to raise funds for an NGO. So Ponu Subramaniam has said proposal to raise funds for an NGO. Now the interesting part here is that instead of typing my prompt, I will actually speak to ChatGPT. So here if I click on this mic icon, I will simply say, I want you to create a set of proposals. I work at an NGO and I have to regularly raise funds. I will tell you the person that I'm pitching to, the amount that I need, and the purpose for which I need that money at my NGO. Anytime I say hello to you, you simply need to ask me the client requirements, and then you will make a proper proposal for me that I can download. Now, as soon as I click on the check symbol, this time I did not type my prompt. I spoke my prompt. And as soon as I click on submit, it will now start creating my own intelligent AI bot. This entire process can be used to create multiple proposals and to also check your proposals as well. So I will simply say yes. It has asked me to suggest a name. And the amazing part is that I can create this specific AI bot and share it to you in the chat itself. So I've gotten a message in chat saying that, can I get a bot that can convert angry language into sweet sounding language? Of course it can. So I'm going to click on create, and here I will select anyone with link, and then this link can be shared with anybody in my team, and they can again create proposals with a simple text, so they don't even have to go through the entire process. Now this is us just scratching the surface, because you can do this in a way where you can actually go into the advanced settings and upload your own files, your own data that is considered to be the personal knowledge of this intelligent AI bot. So it will remember your specific files and context. Now I'm pretty sure you're thinking, what about privacy? What about security? And that is the most important thing. You should never upload your personal information on free AI tools. You can only ensure utmost privacy in paid tools, and that too only for your personal usage. For professional use, you should only use enterprise versions. Now, all of these things are actually level 2 solutions. And most people stick to level 1. And they are good, but the game-changing game is actually in level 2. So an important tip here is that while most people use normal ChatGPT and start uploading their for your professional work, you need to use the enterprise version, and if you want utmost privacy, you have to pay for it. Free apps do not give you complete privacy. And as I said, creating your own intelligent AI bot can help you save so much of time. And AI can also improve your own personal life and decisions as well. So instead of talking just about work, let's compare health insurances. How many of you have bought a health insurance or a house insurance or a car insurance in the past 1 year? Type me in the chat if you've bought an insurance recently. I have also increased the volume of my mic, so I hope now it's clear and steady. So a lot of you have bought an insurance recently, right? What if there was a way to compare multiple insurance policies with the help of ChatGPT so that I end up taking the better decision? What if I were to upload a PDF of an insurance document and ask AI to find out all the loopholes, to tell me if there's any downside? So let's take a real example. I'm going to copy this PDF right here. Now this is a 17-page long document and it's pretty extensive. It's not going to be easy. What I can do is I can simply go to my ChatGPT, and instead of even downloading the PDF, I can just share the link to this PDF. And then I will go and copy paste this prompt. Act as an expert in Indian insurance policies. I am trying to buy health insurance for myself, and this is where we can put our own details. I will upload website links and PDFs for all options that I'm comparing, and you need to analyze them and then perform the following. And then in my prompt, I've specifically asked to highlight any drawbacks, any downsides, or any optional riders or benefits. You can take a screenshot of this prompt itself, and I'm copying this prompt and sharing it in the chat as well. So, even if I copy just the second part of it, and let's just go here, copy this one, and here I will say, I am 27 years old, no specific health issue. The amazing part is that ChatGPT will now go to that link, read the entire PDF within seconds, and give me the key coverage details. It will give me the notable exclusions and waiting periods, and also give me a list of drawbacks and considerations. And you can do this for so many documents. In fact, you can actually create a comparative analysis report of multiple offerings. Now let me tell you a very, very important mistake that a lot of you will make. Anytime I do these sessions, most people think that now everything is sorted. You can just blindly trust AI. This is not where your work ends. This is actually where your work should begin. And if you use AI like everyone else, you will end up making costly mistakes and fail. And with this, we unlock our second takeaway for today, which is that you need to use AI for your first draft, not the last draft. You always use AI for your first draft, and then you use your intelligence to validate it and then build on top of it. And if I had to give you a very simple workflow of how AI and humans will work together, on the very top, the human being has to think about the problem. Then prompt the AI tool, and prompting is nothing but the ability to give context. And once you give context, AI will give you a result. And by default, that result is going to be just the first draft. It's never the final solution. So as an intelligent human, you have to validate it and then build on top of that result. And in the end, it is the human being who delivers it to the final stakeholders. So it starts with a human. It depends on the human's ability to prompt. It depends on the human's ability to validate, and then it is the human being who's delivering at the end. So while most people think that AI is a cheap replacement, it's probably like an intern who's a little drunk. Let me know in the chat, type agree in the chat if you think this is true. If this is the right approach. So many of you are saying 100% agree, 100% agree. A lot of people feel that, oh, why can't we just blindly automate everything to AI? The World Economic Forum had recently released a very detailed report where they spoke to multiple entrepreneurs and business leaders and found out that instead of pushing AI automation and just blind automation, you need to take human intelligence and artificial intelligence and put them together. And that is called AI augmentation. And that is the right approach. So while a lot of humans are hooked on their cell phones and the machines are learning, people have stopped evolving. And I want you to take a screenshot of this meme and remember that you have to undo this. You have to unhook yourself from social media and your phone and start learning and evolve and learn and adapt to all of these new changes. With that, we come to takeaway number 3. That while most people talk about what AI can do, it's equally important to know what AI cannot do. Because if you truly understand what AI cannot do, you'll be smart enough to understand when a problem is to be solved with AI versus when a problem is to be solved by an experienced human being. Which means that you need to be hands-on with all the AI tools that I mentioned today so that you know their strengths and their weaknesses in your specific industry, in your specific niche. But this is still level 1 of knowledge because this is good, but it is not truly game-changing. Because in level 2, you will be able to build intelligent AI assistants that will understand you, learn with you, and never clock out. Because in level 2, you will learn how you can turn AI into your thought partner. You will learn how to build truly intelligent AI chatbots that can onboard your customers and answer their queries. You will learn how to have a boardroom in your pocket where you can use AI to test ideas and solve bottlenecks and sharpen your decision making anytime you want. So with that, we have come to an end on module 1. And in module 1, there are 3 important takeaways. We understood that your prompts are only as strong as your vocabulary. We understood that you need to use AI for your first draft and not the last draft. And you need to learn what AI can and cannot do at your work. So, let's come to the fun stuff. Let's move on to module number 2, where I will take you through how AI is completely changing the way we make videos and images. The biggest problem in marketing and advertising teams is that in most cases, as a lean company or as a big company, it doesn't matter how big you are, you always need great visuals for your advertisement faster than ever. And it's very difficult for your team to keep making up high quality content and visuals with tight deadlines. You have to spend so much of money and bandwidth on agencies and creative studios, which is slow and exhausting and expensive. And you have to create content at scale, which becomes very expensive after a point, because what if you want to make videos and marketing materials across different platforms in different languages? So let's look at a practical use case. What if I can reduce the time it takes to do my marketing? And assume that I'm a marketing manager at a big FMCG brand and I want to create images for my next marketing campaign. So let's take another example. This is a picture that I've clicked from my phone again. And instead of actually going through the entire process of typing my prompt, I can just speak my prompt. And once I speak, I can actually create an image of this product in any part of the world. So let's go to ChatGPT and let's make this together. Where do you want me to put this face wash? Tell me, should it be mountains? Should it be in the forest? Should it be in the hands of people? Tell me, where should this product be? Do you want this to be in the hands of a model? Let's do this together. Malhar is saying hills. Swaran is saying White House. Okay. Hills is pretty good. Alright, so let's do a hill scene with a lot of snow. So what I'll do is I'll say, can you put this product into a marketing poster where this face wash is actually on a snowy hill and make the image really, really realistic and cinematic. And I want sunlight coming from the back, and I also want some animals in the background, like some snow leopard kind of a thing, so that it looks very intense. Now let me submit this. And now, in just a few seconds, we will have a professional looking image. And while that is being generated, let us come to the first takeaway of module 2. That instead of spending too much time writing prompts, you need to use voice for your prompts. And let me actually show you something way cooler. I will open ChatGPT on my phone right now. And on my phone, I will show you how I can speak to ChatGPT in real time. So this is my ChatGPT app. And on the bottom right corner, there is a black icon. And if you look closely at this black icon, it is right next to the mic icon. So what I will do is, I will simply select this and you will hear me talk. Hi ChatGPT.
How's it going? What's on your mind today?
ChatGPT, a lot of people are actually hearing you for the first time. Can you say hi to them?
Of course. Hello, everyone. It's great to meet all of you. I'm here to help with any questions or ideas you have, so feel free to skinny pig or just hang out.
ChatGPT, can you also talk in Hindi?
हाँ बिल्कुल, मैं हिंदी में भी बात कर सकती हूँ. अगर को हिंदी में कुछ पूछना है या इसी भाषा में बात करनी है तो मैं तैयार हूँ. बताइए, मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकती हूँ.
What about Telugu?
చాలా బాగుంది. నేను తెలుగులో కూడా మిమ్మల్ని సహాయం చేస్తాను. మీరు తెలుగులో ఏదైనా అడగాలనుకుంటే లేదా ఇక్కడ చర్చించాలనుకుంటే సంతోషం. చెప్పండి.
Hey, it's great to meet you. Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you. And I can't.
ChatGPT, आप सबको नमस्ते बोलो. ChatGPT. So I think sometimes because of my internet it gets laggy. But you can also use the same feature in the web app as well. And by the way, let's take a look at this picture right here, folks. Look at the snow leopards, the sunlight, the snowy mountain. It is so insane. Isn't this absolutely next level? Now I can actually go and select my voice mode and speak to ChatGPT here as well. ChatGPT, can you say hi to everyone?
Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope everybody's having a great day so far. You know, if there's anything that's more interesting you want to chat.
ChatGPT, can you act as if you're super excited?
Absolutely, I can do that. Super excited to talk with you.
So this feature is available on the phone as well as in your web app as well. But now one important thing to note is that remember the rule that I told you about AI generated outputs? That this is just your first draft. You still might have to fix some wordings here and there and adjust the lighting just a bit and then build on top of it. So while most people think that AI tools are the end all solution, they are not. You have to be smart enough when to use them and how to use them and how to build on top of them. This is your first draft, and it's way better than working with a creative professional who has no clue about AI. So this can help creative teams make such great product ads. Now what if I want to make a video ad? Like proper video ads, the ones that you see on TV. Because TV ads will require a lot of time and effort, and if I'm a small business owner or if I'm running on a tight budget, how do I make fancy videos? The clip that you see in front of you has been completely generated with AI. The entire video has been generated with AI. Now, are you curious to know what would be the prompt behind this? Do you want to know what is the prompt? So there is a specific AI tool that helps you create hyper-realistic videos, and there's a free version for it as well. And this is how the prompt looks like. I'm not going to go too much into detail of it, but you can take a screenshot and you'll understand that I have specified the water, the splash, the camera angle, the theme, the lighting, every single thing one by one. Now, whatever outputs you get from AI, you can't put a copyright trademark on it unless you build on top of it. So anything that you create with AI, if you modify it with your own effort and intelligence, only then you truly own it. Now, what if I want a custom voiceover for this ad, right? Because nobody wants to watch a muted ad. Do you want to see AI generated voiceovers where I can put any script I want and we will have hyper realistic voices? So put your full name and the industry you're from and let me show you how AI will create a voiceover for you. So we have Rohit Textiles. I'll copy Rohit Textiles. And now, let me just screen share. And welcome to the session. Rohit Textiles. And I can select any voiceover. Let's take something like a heavy voiceover. And I have so many different versions of this, right? So let's go here.